Sponsored by EA. Hey everyone, it's AlluringSimmer here, and today we are reacting to the new Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature trailer. And if you haven't already seen it, we can all watch it together and see what this new expansion pack is going to be all about. I'm going to be watching it all the way through, reacting as we go. We will be watching the video muted just to avoid copyright, but if you want to see it for yourself, I'll have it linked in the description down below. She looks so pretty. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, fairies. Like, I'm so hyped. Okay, when this happened, because this is my second time reacting to this trailer, I thought that that meant like she was just streaming it. And I was like, no way they pulled that one. I love the fact that we can like take care of that plant. I hope that we can take care of more of the indoor plants that we're seeing. There's so many plants in this room. The world looks very pretty, very cottage living-esque, but I'm not super mad about it. I really love cottage living, like the world that came with it, so I'm pretty sure I'll love this one too. This part here shows that we can like forage and sleep like pretty much anywhere. Forage for food, or we can like sleep anywhere on the ground, and I think this would be great for rags to riches vibes. You can also bathe in the water. I know you can shower in the rain, so a lot of these things are definitely helpful if you want to do rags to riches, because you don't have to worry about buying furniture or anything. All right, so we're getting ailments. It says she has sonic sinuses. And she's gonna head over to this guy, and if you harvest these ingredients, I will reward you with a cure. I love the fact that we kind of have to like go and find the different things to make it. Kind of similar to herbalism from Outdoor Retreat. This little area is so cute. I love the way that this is built. I love the furniture that we're getting. It's so cute. But I'm like, is this already possible to do? I think it might just be like the roofing, but the way that the build looks different than what we can already do in game. And now she's giving her friend like an antidote for her ailment. The world again is so pretty. I love the magical vibes. It's giving the secret world from Willow Creek. And that's essentially what I wanted. I love this part. It's so cute. Was that fairy pregnant? I don't want to assume, but she's like holding her stomach. I was like, oh, that's so cute. And there she transformed into a beautiful fairy. More gameplay, more fairies, June 26th. I am so excited for this new pack. Y'all don't even understand. I was getting a little nervous as we got closer to this reveal. I was a little bit afraid that this pack was going to be more gnome centered. I don't know why, but after a while, it's like, what if we're just going to be able to like be gnomes or something? I'm like, I don't want that. So I'm very happy that we're getting fairies. I know you can't see the item on the left here, but it's called the Lofty Leaf Pond. We have the Luminous Mycena Lantern and the Disguise Dwelling Fairy Home. So these three items, if you purchase the pack by August 21st, you can get the Fairy Garden digital content. And then the pack is going to be released on July 10th. You'll have a little bit over a month if you want to get extra content for ordering the pack earlier than others, then you have to purchase by August 21st. It also says the pack is available for pre-order, so if you're watching the trailer and you click that link, you can go straight to ordering the pack early. If you want to use my code, if you plan on purchasing the new pack, I would greatly appreciate it. You can use code AlluringSimmer in the EA app when pre-ordering it, or if you plan to purchase it later on down the line. We are also going to go over the article about the pack because it's going to give us a little bit more information about the details of what's going to be coming with Enchanted Enchanted by Nature. All right, so this is the article. It says, become one with the natural world in The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature. Can you hear that? It sounds like the soft whisper of Mother Nature calling you to a charming new world. Oh, never mind. That's actually just nature calling from a privy bush. Anyways, the Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack welcomes you all to Innisgreen, a beautifully lush and wonderful land where Sims and nature live in perfect or chaotic harmony. If you're ready to answer nature's call, let's dig deeper into the whimsical soil of Innisgreen. So this links to the Nature's Calling event. So if you missed my previous video talking about the latest update, talking about the new expansion pack, then definitely consider to check it out. I talk all about this new event that will be starting very soon, and you should definitely look into that if you want to know how to get these items. A sprinkle of fairy dust, please. Mother Nature has a very interesting proposition, should you choose to accept it. With her guidance, Sims can become the fairy they were destined to be. And once they complete their transformation, they'll have the choice to flutter down 2 very different paths. That is so cute. There's the Harmonious Fairy, a benevolent winged helper who wants to aid other living things find health and balance. And then the Discordant Fairy, a flying mischief maker that enjoys stirring up a little chaos and making everyday life harder for the Sims around them. The fairy path is yours to fly with wings to match. I do want to mention before we continue getting into it, now that fairies have been officially confirmed, I want to let you know, if you haven't already seen my Winx series, consider to check it out. I've been making all the Winx characters in The Sims, as well as rooms based off of their characters, and I'm planning to do a let's play with them. I didn't know for sure we were going to get fairies, but now that we are, we're 100% doing a let's play where we're going to be showing off the new pack using the Winx girlies. Fairies can develop abilities that let them nurture plants, manipulate objects, change the moods of others, and more. But be wary of emotional starvation. Rather than living off food, fairies absorb emotions to survive, either directly from other Sims or from bottled emotion potions. Failure to do so may welcome their untimely demise. Okay, this was the part that we saw a little bit about, I think, in the previous article that we read, that hinted towards getting new skin details. And that is the only thing that made me a little bit more inclined to believe that we're going to get fairies. Because I was like, if we're going to get new skin tones and skin details, like, why would we need that unless we're getting some sort of new occult? But I'm so excited. It says you'll be able to customize your fairy look to your own fairy liking with an extensive array of wings, skin tones, ears, teeth, head accessories, glowing tattoos, and more. Fairies can even use their fairy charm to deliver a special woohoo. I don't think you guys understand like how excited I am. I've been using like custom content wings, and obviously those are like static because they're just accessories, but the fact that we're going to get actual wings, and the fact that that means that custom content creators are probably going to make other styles of the wings too. We're going to have so many options, and I'm so excited. It says, don't worry, non-fairy Sims. You can also have some magical fun with fairy dust. You can use it to enchant plants, bring gnomes to life, and more. So we will have gnomes be a part of this pack, and that's probably why they've been so centered around gnomes. I think they didn't want to like spoil the fact that we were going to be getting fairies, because I know that's super exciting for a lot of people who really want fairies in the game. But I feel like the gnomes were a good distraction, because I was starting to believe that we were just going to get like gnome occults or something. It says, so whether your fairy sim chooses to sow wonder or spark chaos, or you're a sim with very interesting neighbors, it's just the beginning of your fairy tale. But we're going to go on to the next section. I just want to say that I really love the articles, because I like that they give so much information, and sometimes watching a trailer, it does give you like an overview of everything, but I feel like I need to like read it and see all the details, because sometimes things that I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was like part of it, because it may be something that's like 2 seconds in the trailer, I feel like they expand a lot on in the article. So I'll have this link down below if you want to read it for yourself, but let's continue. Emphasis on green. 3 neighborhoods make up Innisgreen, each one connecting you to nature in their own unique way. There's the coast of Admore, a peaceful seaside village where everyday Sims enjoy life's simple pleasures. Stepping out of town brings us to Spruce Dairy Grove, a vibrant blend of friendly shops, cozy homes, and draping ivy that blur the line between civilization and the natural world. And finally, we venture deep into the magical forest of Everdew, a thick and mysterious woodland humming with enchanting energy. Innisgreen is full of new adventures, skills, and traits too. You can balance moods and discover natural remedies with your apothecary table. Seek out Mother Nature and embark on a transformative journey to becoming a fairy. Be your best plant parent and fill your home with a new array of houseplants, or unlock your inner nature nomad to dwell among the trees and live off the land. So obviously we know that we're getting 3 new neighborhoods. It says we're getting something called the apothecary table, which I believe that's what we saw her working on in the trailer. And she had the like mortar and pestle to make the little potion things. I don't think they're potions, but the remedies. It also says we can seek out Mother Nature, and we can also be a plant parent. So it says there's a new array of houseplants. We saw her taking care of that one plant. I think that may have been what gave her like the fairy powers or something. Could be wrong on that, but I'm hoping that means that like the other plants, we may potentially be able to like take care of them as well, or at least some of them. It says unlock your inner nature nomad to dwell among the trees and live off the land, and I guess that's what they were showing us with the foraging, being able to sleep on the ground, you know, bathe in the water, like any open water. I really love that we're going to be able to use that for Rags to Riches style gameplay, or just if you want to have your sim living off the land. It's all about balance. Living in tune with nature is more than playing in dirt and hugging trees. It means respecting the natural world and promoting a balanced coexistence. Living in Innisgreen, sims must become emotionally grounded and find that balance, or welcome the chaos. When sims start to lose their balance and become imbalanced, life can get a little harder to navigate. For example, one may acquire new skills at a slower rate, or their everyday needs may become harder to solve. And if a sim enters the very imbalanced territory, that's when ailments start to show up, like the greeny meanie. With this ailment, sims will learn and complete gardening tasks faster than normal, but they're constantly angry and prone to outbursts that are off-putting to other nearby sims. Eek! And that's just one of many. There's emotional void, simoleon fever, and sonic sinuses, to name a few. But imbalance isn't the end. It's simply the beginning of a new journey. So I do like that there seems to be a sort of challenge with this. So it's like, you know, if certain things are going wrong, then your life becomes imbalanced. You kind of have to do things to work it out, or you'll receive ailments. It says ailments can vanish and moods can improve with cures and elixirs crafted from the new apothecary table. So that's what they're called. With special ingredients like the lightning root and aura blossom. Wait, that's so pretty. I love that. Found while gardening and foraging. Sims can follow intricate recipes for treatments with fantastical elements. And with the right amount of practice, one can take on the elixir enthusiast aspiration or become a naturopath, a new profession that serves to cure fellow sims of their curious ailments. Wait, I love that we're getting a new career. I think we always get new careers with expansion packs, but I really like the one that we're getting with this pack. I'm gonna make the assumption that you might be able to do this as a work from home profession. If we can do it work from home, that would be really cool, because then you could like maybe visit sims at their homes and take care of them if, you know, they have an ailment, I don't know, or delivering stuff to like people's house if they're not well. Okay, it says achieving balance, however, may require little luck. Sims living in Innisgreen may experience good, ordinary, or bad luck, which in turn may affect their career, love life, cooking, foraging, and other interactions or tasks. Luckily for you, there are 2 luck charms that can be found, purchased, or made at the apothecary table, which will modify your sim's luck for good or bad. Now you get to ask yourself, will your sim seek balance, or will they embrace the chaos of an unbalanced life in nature? I think with me doing this new like let's play with the wings fairies, I think it would be fun to have like some of them be like more imbalanced and like go into that sort of lifestyle, and then some be balanced. I think it'd be interesting to see like both sides. It says let natural living come naturally. Step outside and make yourself at home. Whether you're honing your natural living skill or seeking the nature nomad aspiration, Innisgreen gives sims the chance to eat, bathe, sleep, and thrive entirely off the land. Forget modern comforts. This is about embracing a simpler life in rhythm and balance with the world around you. From eating freshly caught fish and sleeping in the grass to foraging for apothecary ingredients and summoning a privy bush when nature calls, every new discovery and experience brings your sim closer to self-reliance. Okay, I noticed this is summoning a privy bush, so I wonder if it's like gonna function the same way like the bushes that we already have that your Sims can like pee or woohoo in, but this one you can like just summon it wherever you want and it'll just appear, because that's very, very useful. For those not quite ready to give up hot showers and cozy beds, you can try the plant parent life instead and welcome a collection of new living houseplants inside your humble abode. They're not just decoration like they've been in the past. They'll need water, care, and constant companionship. Wait, I love that. I know that with the gardening skill, we obviously have like the little planter pots and you could just put those inside if you want to, but I like that these are like meant to be like indoor house plants and they can kind of be incorporated more into like the decor. So I'm very happy that we're adding that like extra feature to like take care of the plant. You'll even be able to place them on shelves, tables, and floors to transfer your home into a tranquil garden sanctuary. I also love how they showcased it in the trailer. Like I like that they showed all the plants throughout the room to kind of show that you could really have like a huge like green bedroom if that's the vibe that you want to have with so many plants. It says, now do you aspire to be an elixir enthusiast, a nature nomad, or you make The Sims? To capture the enchanting atmosphere of Inniscreen, we partner with creators The Cracked Kyber, The Sim Scrolls, Nina Schmidt, and Sandra Pica to build an array of captivating and unique lots. The neighborhood of Inniscreen not only draw on nature and fantasy elements, but they also take some inspiration from the architecture and aesthetics of Ireland and Celtic artistry. These are so pretty. Wait, I love that they went into detail with each one. It says Cracked Kyber, otherwise known as Megan, built community lots Whistling Thistle Gardens and the Star Song Lounge, as well as 8 Gnome Cove Street. Catching up with Sims at the Whistling Thistle Gardens is a favorite pastime of the Spruce Dairy Grove residents. This community garden has been carefully curated over the years to grow all of the residents' favorite harvests. Besides socializing and gardening, painting and photography are especially enjoyable here as a light and natural ambiance ignite creativity. They even got a quote from Megan. I wanted the park to be functional for a range of life stages, so I added items to make sure the whole family can spend the day there together, said Megan. The park is a really good representation of my building style and feels the most me. That is so cute. I love that they got quotes from each person. I don't know if they've ever done this before. Let me know in the comments down below if they've done this with previous packs. I know that we've had other creators like build stuff for previous packs, but I don't know if they've ever done like this in depth and tell us like exactly which lots they build. I feel like most time I've heard it from the creators themselves, like mention that they built the packs in like a YouTube video or something. It says the Sim Scrolls designed 2 residential lots, Gimli Gardensbrook and Puckett Hall, and created the Gnome Exhibit, or I guess the GNOM. Gimli Gardensbrook is a garden oasis filled with luscious greenery, placing residents on a hill they'll want to die on. I love that. Plentiful plots, gracious greens, and quaint carvings all give this storybook home 2 green thumbs up. I think all the levels make it feel more organic and untamed, said the Sim Scrolls. I wanted it to feel wild, like it was merging with nature, so having the home partially built into a hill just felt right, but I also wanted to emulate the vibes of an English cottage garden. That's why some of these things were giving like cottage living, because I'm like, it's literally just a cute, cozy cottage. I love it. Okay, next one is by Nina Schmidt, or Nina. They designed 3 residential lots. Along the outskirts of Everdew lies Granamore Residential, a quaint home built into one of the largest trees in the forest. The breathtaking scenery is made more beautiful by the neighborhood's denizens, who can be seen out and about using their enchantments on the world and Sims alike. It was very important for me to build something unique with a very unconventional shape that would do justice to the beautiful place where it's located. I spent a long time with this build, playing with different shapes and styles until I was happy with it. And then Nina also gave some advice for aspiring builders. They said adding some colorful lighting makes a big difference, and now we can place plants on roofs, which adds a lot of whimsy to the build. I'm sorry, what? Now we can place plants on roofs? That's so wild. Wait, they did that in this build. It looks like they can just sit on there naturally. We don't have to like do any funky stuff to get it up there. That's cool. This is by Sandra Pica. They built Gringles, which has been the local hotspot for Sims to enjoy a few drinks after a long day of mixing elixirs. Located near the center of Spruce Dairy Grove, Sims come to take in the greenery and partake in delectable conversation. It's a community space. Somewhere your Sims can meet as a family or come on a date or venture out alone to use the chess table as an activity said Sandra, who hails from Ireland. The overgrown feel of the bar is inspired by the way nature flourishes here in Ireland. To be able to bring some real-life research to this pack felt surreal. I felt very honored, and as a result, it inspired me to do the best I can for my build. I love that. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And it says if you purchase the Sims 4 pack before August 21st, you'll be rewarded with an early purchase incentive. From the shimmering lofty leaf pond to the glowing Mycena lantern, this bonus content lets players create a cozy garden or magical hideaway, while the disguised dwelling fairy home adds even more versatility. So whether it's a charming statue in your home garden or a secret fairy retreat, the choice is yours. I want to say that I feel like the way that the fairy home works, it makes it so like you could make your lot like a beautiful, just like luscious outdoor space, and then just have the fairy home so that way your sim can still like sleep and do all the things they need to do. But the fact that they can just sleep on the ground, like you can make a lot that's residential without having to build a house and still be able to do everything you need to do and like fulfill all of your Sims needs. So I am very excited about that. It says here that you can now pre-order the pack. And before I wrap up the video, I'm going to quickly slide through all the images, and then I'm going to also have it so that you guys can see the pics more up close. Starting with this one, this was just the first image at the beginning of the article, and we can see there are some fairies in the left here. They look like they're interacting with each other. I don't know if that's like a specific interaction that they're doing or if you'll be able to talk to each other in the smaller fairy form, but either way, I love that. It looks so cute. And we have another fairy down here who looks like they're talking to their plant. I love this outfit over here. It's like sparkly, very cute. I love the wings and the little flower crown. We have the gnomes over here. Look, even the gnome has little fairy wings. There's the fairy home back there. This guy looks like he wants some luck, and also like he's a little bit terrified. And then obviously we have all these like luscious plants around. Honestly, I'm just a fan of all the little like sparkle and glowing animations. She also has like the glowing tattoos, a lot of the skin details we'll be getting, and like fairy ears. I think we already have ears that look like this, but maybe we'll be getting new ones specific to the pack. Also, I just realized that this sim has horns. I don't think that's already in the game, so that's gonna be fun. Maybe you can use those horns for like other things as well, if you want to create like other sort of fantasy like creatures. So this is just showing off the worlds, I believe. I'm gonna make an assumption that this is showing off all three of the neighborhoods since there's 3 parts, but it could also just be showing like different aspects of the same neighborhood. We have the residential area over here. We have like a little central area right here that looks like it has a little park, and then we have a more sort of community lot based area. I think this might be where the community garden is. There's like an area right here with the little tree statue. I feel like this one really showcases some of the build buy furniture that we're going to be getting. I really love these new like countertops and cabinets and the new outfits. We also have another gnome here that has like a staff that is so cute. We have the little elixirs over here. I think this is the other thing that you can use. So I think these are elixirs and these are, I don't remember what the other name was, but they're like different things that we can use to like cure ailments and maybe give certain powers. I don't know. And then we have this little wall art over here. There's a certificate. I love the florals. I love the design of all the decor. And to be fair, I did say like I feel like the world kind of feels like it looks a little bit like cottage living, but I also feel like the items kind of look like Realm of Magic, and I feel like if you have Realm of Magic, like this would go really nicely with that pack. This rug is also really cute on the floor, and I can't wait to see all the other swatches. And here you can see she is taking care of her plants, and then we have someone bathing in the water. We have someone who seems to just be playing in the dirt if I'm not mistaken. And then look at these cute little clutter pieces and plants on the wall. They're so cute. This kind of reminds me, what are they called? Are they gyroids? The things from Animal Crossing. That's what this looks like, and it's adorable. I think it's just an acorn, but it does look like a gyroid a little bit. And then we have this cute new bed that has a canopy. I love her new tattoos. Her little overalls are cute, and she has these little leaves in her hair. I love that as well. New like flooring. Lots of new items. This is just another picture showing off the neighborhood, and then these were the builds by the different creators. So this one is the community gardens by Cracked Kyber. I really love this. I love the color palette. I love that it's kind of giving like castle vibe. I can't tell if this is like a wedding arch. That's what it looks like over here. So that would be really cool if you want to do like a fairy wedding. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. We have this one, which was, I think this is like actually the community garden. I think that was just another space where there's a lot of gardening spaces with this, which is to be expected. But this is really cute. We have the little community garden area right here. I love the way that there's like a lot of terrain tool being used. You can see like the hills with like all the plants on it. Very cute. And then there's even plants up on the roof. You can see that they're laying flush with the roof here. Like they're not like just sitting flat or like sticking out. So that's really nice that we'll be able to kind of add like a greenery effect onto the roof as well. Okay, next up we had the Cranamore Residential by Nina Schmidt, and this one's more of like a cozy little cottage space. I love this lot though. It seems like it has like overlooking view of the world, and there's like a bridge that leads up to it. It feels, I think it's in a tree now that I'm really looking at it, because I'm like, oh, these are like the branches. So this is essentially like a little tree house. I love that. That is so cute. I love that they have these like giant things to make the like world feel like more tiny, if that makes sense. We had the giant trees, so it makes the house look smaller, so then it gives more of the vibe that we're like in a fairy world as opposed to the other sim worlds that we have. Okay, the next one was made by Sandra Pica. This is a local hotspot for drinks. So we have this little gazebo area with some seating, a little chess table. I love this door. There's like glass doors, and then I don't know if it's glass or stone. We have these new stone walls, more plants on the roof, cute little pathing leading to the different areas, and I can't wait to see the interiors of this build. We're also getting little sneak peeks to the other areas of the neighborhood. As we can see the little stall back here, there's like some seating over here. I don't know what this is going to be, but I'm very excited to see more details about the world. And then last but not least, this image was just showing off the new items that you will get if you order before August 21st. So remember, the pack is coming out on July 10th. So if you want to purchase it for yourself, you can pre-order now using my code AlluringSimmer, or you can wait until release. Use my code AlluringSimmer when purchasing on the EA app. It's greatly appreciated. I receive a small commission and it helps support my channel. I appreciate you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the new pack now that we have a lot more details, a lot more information about what we'll be getting. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking about this new pack? And I can't wait to go over the gameplay trailer with you when that comes out. And then I can't wait to play the pack when it's officially released and I can experience fairies with you all. Thank you again so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed. Comment down below what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.